Major Buccaneers signing coming in. We have a new player that has been added to the Buccaneers roster, a specific help that we desperately need, and it's going to be good for the competition of training camp coming in. We'll be talking about who this player is and how he can help the Buccaneers going forward this season. I'm Sebastian with Buccaneers Digest. Welcome, everybody. Make sure to join us on our journey to 500 subscribers. We are almost there. And speaking of subscribers, we are noticing that only 95% of y'all are still not subscribed. So just make sure, hit the bell, hit the button, and join us on this journey. And you'll be getting all things Buccaneers news, and we just can't wait because we're right here in the middle of training camp. Things are underway, and you're going to want to be right here for all the news. Now, speaking of the news going on right now, we have a player who has now just joined training camp, and it's something we've been waiting for. Rick Stroud from Tampa Bay Times said, Bucs making official the signing of guard Michael Jordan. No, not that Michael Jordan. He might be a bit too old, and I don't believe he's ever played football. Maybe as like a recreational. But anyway, guard Michael Jordan and offensive tackle Tyler McLellan. They waived offensive tackle Silas Zanzi with a failed physical designation. Now, what does this mean for us? We have competition. We have depth, finally. We were just, working with Charlie Heck as really our only left tackle option. And obviously, this is a guard. So we're still trying to figure out, is he going to be competing for that left tackle position? He's 27 years old. He's 315 pounds. So this is all great stuff. He's a big body, and he's not too old. Like the other guys we were talking about in the other videos were in their 30s. They were experienced, which is good. But also, we were going to question whether they could make it through those 4 games that Tristan Wirfs will possibly be out since he is on the physically unable to perform list. For now, we'll see if that changes, but that's currently what the situation is. Now, Michael Jordan he was on the Patriots, and obviously the Patriots had some trouble with pass blocking this last season, or just blocking in general. Thank goodness Drake May is okay, but that's something that they were struggling with quite a bit. This is something that Todd Bowles wanted to talk about, though. He says the competition has been good out here. There's only so much, though, you can do without pads. And that's a key marker in all of this, is that while it's good that, everyone's getting some practice, they're doing the walkthroughs and everything, getting familiar with the play calls, especially on the offensive side with new offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard, they aren't really getting into the physical aspect of football just yet. And that is obviously a major component in evaluating whether a player is going to be starting or backing up or wherever they'll be on the depth chart. And that's kind of what we got to look forward to now. And it's going to be a very interesting second week of training camp once they start putting on those pads. We're obviously still in the middle of the first week right now, but getting these signings in is important because we want them to start learning the plays before they just start getting right into the pads. And I'm excited that we got someone who's maybe has a little more juice to him, 27 years old, and not to say that the older guys in the league don't have juice to them, but if you're going to lean one way, it's probably towards the youth. They might be able to back up for a little longer. And so given what Michael Jordan has done in the past, he had a PFF Pro Football Focus grade of 60.4 in the pass blocking, which is the best that we've seen so far from any of the offensive linemen that we've seen past that have come in to work out for the Bucs. So that's exciting. And, his run blocking could use some work, but really in the end, he got a good amount of snaps, 684 snaps, only 2 penalties. Did allow 3 sacks, not the best, but overall, it's about overall a solid pass blocking grade. He's above average, or at least in the average range. And I'm excited about the possibility that this guy knows what he's doing and is a reliable body. He's at a good weight, a good age, and will be motivated to be playing for a contender rather than the Patriots were in the full rebuild. Now, obviously, you don't want a guy who only plays good if he's on a good team. But at the same time, we're in a bit of a desperate situation right now. Charlie Heck really has struggled with the Buccaneers, and him being our only option at left tackle, which is the most important position on the offensive line, that's just a situation that we have to rectify. We have to get better at it, and so this is good. We got something. Again, we're not sure if he's going to be competing for the left tackle spot, even though I believe he will, because we're overall solid at the rest of the starting positions on the offensive line. It's a matter of, can we get that fortified? And the transition from being a guard to a tackle is not very easy. Not everyone can do it, but it is doable. And we have some good coaches here, and it's more really about the health of the team. Can we keep Baker upright? Can we keep the rest of the offensive line, okay? Because obviously communication is going to be key. So we want to sign people that we think are going to be communicating well and working well as a tandem. So this is just good competition, honestly. When this is not going to be the end of the guys that we bring in, but it's just good because he was at camp today on Friday, and that's really encouraging. So I'm excited that we're getting this underway. We've got people kind of making each other better, and that's all we want to see. And all I have to say now is I think that the Bucs are going to be focused very much on doing quick passes and really trying to get the ball out as quick as possible from Baker's hands to a playmaker, because we have so many playmakers. Running back wise, Rashad White, Sean Tucker, and obviously Bucky Irving, the head cow of the bell cow of the running back room. Wide receiver room, Chris Godwin can take a backseat if he wants to heal up, while we got Mike Evans, Hall of Famer, and then Emeka Egbuka, rookie, first-round rookie, and then Jalen McMillan coming into his second year. We have youth on this offense. These guys, and then Baker is obviously in his prime. So it's just a matter of Josh Grizzard. Let's dial up some plays that just for the first month of the season when Tristan is going to be out, as far as we know right now, and dial up some plays where it's we don't need long winding play action plays with the fake handoff and then throwing it deep. While it's great because Mike is a great vertical threat, Mike Evans that is, it's still we have to realize if our left side is compromised because we have a backup starting there, we have to work around that. And I don't want to. I'm just encouraged that we are finding potential guys who are at least average at pass blocking, and that might open up some things for us. So maybe he'll even be better. I think there's a chance that he could even be better, because when the rest of the offensive line isn't doing well, it can impact how you're performing, and that way it's just a matter of, are you with a group that works well, communicates well, and are you with a quarterback that really knows what he's doing and understands where his strong side, his weak side is, and where he needs to get the ball. Are we dialing up plays that aren't putting our players at risk? And I think that we have that here in Tampa, and I'm very excited to see more from these guys, from Michael Jordan, and from any other one else that we're probably going to bring in. I'm excited to see the competition and how that works out and the news that's coming. So, question is for you guys: how do you feel about this signing? Do you think that we will be better now that we've made this signing? Or do you think it doesn't really move the needle for you? Sound off below in the comments and let us know. Stay tuned. We got plenty of more videos and more updates to come, whether it be signings or updates on how players are doing during training camp. We have Emeka Egbuka showing off already. Baker singing his praises. Jalen McMillan and Antoine Winfield. I mean, it's just a lot of good stuff to hear. And then obviously Mike Evans, but his excellence does not surprise anybody, and so that's just always really exciting. We got another 1,000-yard season on the way, I am sure, from our guy. So I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. Stay with us. We'll go to 500 subscribers and then go from right there. Thank y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.